Hey world, you're on Better Body Expert TV. So I haven't had many mentors, many coaches, things like that. Um, for the most part, everything that I've achieved in fitness, everything I've achieved in my life has come from watching people passively, right? And one of the people, people that I admire, and one of the people that I really, really admired, and one of the things that I found out from talking to this person who happens to be my mom is that a vision is everything. So not only having a vision, because you can't just have a vision, and it's not as simple as just taking the steps that lead to the vision coming to be, or making what your goal is out. You have to nurture a vision. You have to nurture it. I mean, every day re-energize it. Every day look into how you can make it clearer, because the outcomes and the success that you want to achieve only comes from a clear, concise vision that you keep revisiting over and over and over. So I'm going to give you an example, and this is not going to be an example, my example. It's going to be an example of my mother. The lady who, if you ask her anything, she's going to say, you have to have a vision. That's like one of the first things that I can remember hearing her say that was different than anything else that anybody else was talking about in my life. So she came from Guyana to America with $3 in a suitcase, right, to live the American dream. And what to me stood out is that she said, I always had a vision, I always had a goal of having my own house and bringing the rest of her family over. Her brothers, her sisters, and things like that. So she was in Guyana, which is a third world country. It's beautiful. I've been there, and it's in South America. And it's just poverty stricken. Like one of our dollars is worth like, I don't know, something like 100 of their dollars. So for her to be sitting in a place, she grew up with outhouses and no real electricity and things like that. She grew up in a place that wasn't as lavish as some of the places in America could be. But for her to see that she would be in America, that she would now, she owns a lot of homes and real estate. And, she's been my sort of mentor, even though I don't use her as much as I should, or I haven't used her as much as I should. She's shown me the ropes. So a vision, and not only having the vision, but regenerating the vision. So this is some ways that I've come up with on how to do that. And I'm going to put it to fitness, because that's what all of this stuff is for fitness, to affect fitness, which is one of the areas that makes a person hugely effective and hugely the greatest version of them. That's what I'm about. I'm about everybody in the world being the greatest version of them. So vision is write down what it is that you want, and in distinct clarity. Like I'm talking about how the air smells when you wake up, living in, I don't know, the mansion that you want to live in, how the car that you drive, how it rides. I want you to write down those feelings. I want you to write down how you feel when it's time to pay the bills and you have more than enough money, how that's going to feel. Find pictures, maybe make a collage, make a PDF, and make a slideshow of how that's going to look. Because your vision has to be perfectly clear. It has to be crystal, and it has to be regenerated and nurtured like a child. You don't feed kids one day and leave them without the other day feeding them, right? A vision is that important. You have to feed it every single day. So nurture your visions and have a clear vision. Make it clear. Define what it is in a way that you could taste it, that you could smell it, and that it looks powerful and it looks real. And that's what you have to do, is every single day through repetition, make your vision real, because your vision has to be real before the outcome comes. It has to be real in here. It has to be real in your heart before it comes. This is Andre Farnell. Check that out. Working out becomes really easy when you have a vision. A vision of how you're going to feel, a vision of what you'll be able to do with your children, a vision of everything, how it's going to impact you. That's powerful. So, as I always say, you're greater than your circumstance. You're greater than any past conditioning, and only you are responsible for sharing the authentic version of who you are with the world. Peace. This has been Andre Farnell.